years ago, the strength of the Royal Navy was measured in battleships, and Britannia ruled the waves with a big gun as her major fleet weapon. But when Parliament approved the allocation of £35,000 in the 1909 Navy estimates for the building of a rigid airship, a new era in naval development was begun. Although the Navy's first airship came to grief as she was being brought from the hangar for trials, her construction nevertheless foreshadowed the extension of sea power to include the new element of air.
During the century that has elapsed since then, there have been many great achievements in the world of aviation. To these, the Royal Navy and its airmen have made a considerable contribution. The first sailors to fly were officers of the Royal Navy, who, it might be said, took to the air like ducks to water. And in 1917, Commander E.H. Dunning of the Royal Naval Air Service became the first pilot to land an aeroplane on a ship underway, and the development of the aircraft carrier as we know it today inevitably followed.
Aviation played a significant, though far from decisive part of the First World War, and until then it was firmly believed, except by the most ardent and far-sighted enthusiasts, that an enemy fleet could only be effectively attacked within the range of guns. No navy had ever attempted to destroy a fleet with aircraft, and deeds, not words, were needed to convince the sceptics that aircraft could become more lethal than guns.
Proof was forthcoming on the night of November the 11th, 1940, when the crews of a handful of flimsy, slow-flying aeroplanes, which had been flown off an aircraft carrier at sea 170 miles away, inflicted more damage on the Italian battle fleet lying snugly at anchor behind the powerful defences of its bases at Taranto than the German Navy suffered in daylight at the Battle of Jutland.
By superb airmanship and the faultless execution of a brilliantly conceived plan, they not only surprised and crippled the Italian fleet, but altered the course of the war in the Mediterranean, shattered a dictator's dream and laid the foundation for ultimate Allied victory in North Africa.
Until that memorable night in 1940, Britain had been suffering an almost unbroken run of defeats. Alone and well-nigh friendless, threatened with invasion from the sea and from the air, she sorely needed a victory. The Fleet Air Arm gave it to her. The Navy's airmen did more. They put naval aviation on the map.
Flight Commander.
Ah, Flight Commander. Captain here. I trust I haven't disturbed you.
Just in some deep time for the next TABX 911 Alpha. Yeah. What can I do for you?
Good, good. I see. Anyway, look, we've got to flick to a more offensive posture here. You're going to join in the attack on Taranto this evening. I want it to be a triumph of maritime power projection, demonstrating flexibility, strength in depth, one in the eye for the crabs, that sort of thing. Let's show the Italians how modern, capable and relevant deter, demonstrate, defeat and all that. Okay?
Well, aren't the rig bets set up for this sort of thing?
Army just too stretched. They simply haven't the manpower available at this short notice.
Well, what about the crabs? Can't the crabs do anything?
Spoke to Air Commodore Ponsonby Smythe in charge of RAF contingency catering operations. He said he simply couldn't provide the in-flight rations in time or some such drivel. It also appears that all their helicopters far too busy ferrying some chap Prince William to parties, and we asked 1435 to have a go, but 3 of their Typhoons went US on start. 4th said it was too cold, too dark, bit rainy to risk it on his own, and besides he wouldn't be allowed to claim incidental expenses on JPA. So sorry old boy, I'm afraid it's up to us. Well anyway, I mean it's a great opportunity to run out the command planning group, rattle off a quick 7-question estimate, do a little bit of centre of gravity analysis, and brief in say 1 hour?
Yeah. Suppose so.
Very good, thank you.
SO3, J3 Maritime Air Operations.
Is that a pilot?
Yeah, speaking.
Well, fucking say so then. Right, we've got a bit of a job on. We're going to go and attack Taranto. Get a plan together. I'll get the LAC up to your cabin. Alright, and we'll brief in an hour. Okay?
Oh, right, sir. Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Right, got a rush job on. Follow me.
Right, have we got everybody? LAC, Officer Watch, PWO, yeah, the pilot's here, that's good. SMR, FDO. Where the fuck is the FDO? Smurf?
I don't know, boss, but there was something at about some flight deck training going on?
Right guys, last year the York Diggers just, we are not going to lose again. Ready? Positions! Hit it!
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. The music loud, women more than kings around.
FDO.
Sorry, mate, sir.
10. 5. 3. 2. That completes the brief, unless there's any further questions. Captain, sir.
Flight authorised, thank you Flight Commander, good luck and give them hell.
Thank you, sir.
Prepare for flying, prepare for flying. Gash is never to be ditched. No smoking on the upper deck, abaft the funnel. Watch on deck, muster 1 per par cross passage for FOD plod. Links to alert 1-5. Hands to flying stations, hands to flying stations. Gash is never to be ditched. No smoking on the upper deck, abaft the funnel. Action links, action links.
traffic jam.
This is the Self-Preservation Society. This is the Self-Preservation Society. Go wash your German pants, your boat race too.